everyone. Welcome to Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi. Here's my information in case you don't know how you got here. All right, so today we are going to make a box. And I really wish I thought this up, but I didn't. I learned it from a demonstrator friend, Pesci, and then she learned it from a website. Let's see, it was called Oh Happy Day. And I haven't even looked at that Oh Happy Day because I thought Pesci did such a good job teaching me how to make it. And I was just going to go from there. But I've had a lot of requests of people of how to do this. So here we go. This is what we're going to make. A little box. This one looks like a cake. And if you open it up, you can put something in there. Isn't that like the cutest thing ever? Just a little tiny box. And this one has a candle on top. And in fact, Pesci made one that looked almost exactly like that. And then she had one that looked pretty much exactly like this. But I thought I'd follow along and go with that. And this one, it looks a little bit more like a little hat. And of course it opens just like the other one. And you can put it in there. All right. So I know you just want to know how to make it so you can get to work. Okay. You are going to need 2 pieces of 3 times 11 inch cardstock. All right. You're going to need 4 circles. 3 circles that are 3 1/4. And I used our Stampin' Up! Framelits. And then you need a circle that is 4 1/4. And depending on what you're going for, you may want this one to be a different color. Or these could be, like the inside circle could be a different color. So I'm just doing it all in the same color to keep things simple. But you have that, that you can do. Okay, so the circles, we'll start with those. One of these circles is going to be the inside box. And you want the inside box to be just a smidge smaller than the outside box. So we're going to take our snips. Love these snips. And we're going to cut just a little tiny smidge off of this circle. I'll let you know that I can't actually cut straight or even, but it still works out okay. And we're just going to cut it around so just a little bit comes off. There we go. You got that little bit, and you're just going to let it go. Okay, so that's your inside circle. Next, your pieces. This one's already done. Your pieces, you are going to score on your scoreboard or on your Stampin' score trimmer at 1/2 inch. All right, scored at 1/2 inch. You can put that away. Okay, next. I think I actually like to, no, I'm going to burnish first. We're going to fold this in. And it does help to get your bone folder out and really press that seam down. Okay, next you're going to take your snips and you're just going to snip, see how this one's already done? A little bit of fringe so that we can curl this around. And you are just going to go all the way down and snip this. And watch out for your fingers because our snips are super pokey, super sharp. And pretty much everybody along the way, somebody's going to cut their finger. And they don't have to be super tiny, just something, you know, relatively small. Really should play some music for this part. Okay, there we go. So the pieces are cut. All right, next, a little piece of tear and stick tape. It's going to go right at the end. And I'm going to go ahead and peel it off. Okay, next, I'm starting with the little inside one. It doesn't matter. You could do either one first. And you want to start at the opposite end. Oh, what's it going to stick to? Hold on. You need to take some fast fuse or some kind of adhesive, and you're going to put it all around the edges. I like the fast fuse because it's so quick, it's so easy, but it works really good for 3D projects. And then you got to remember the technique. I'm not pressing hard at all. It's rolling, and then I do the little check mark. And then you're going to double check that you got it right along the edges. Yep, that looks pretty good. Okay, now let's stick it on here. And my adhesive here is right there. So I'm going to put this down. So it's sticking, the little bits are sticking to the fast fuse. And then you're going to slowly circle around. And some are going to overlap and they're not going to stick. And I kind of play with it a little, going front, going back. If you stick it on, you know, sometimes you can poke it with your thumb and get it off. You're just going to keep on going. I really should have done the other one for you guys in advance. But maybe you're doing it with me, or you know how to press fast forward and move it right along if you don't need to see the whole thing. Okay, when you get to the end, you're just going to keep it going. Try to keep your seams lined up. And then we're going to press that tear and stick adhesive down. Okay, and you're going to have some that flip up. I'm going to show you what to do with those in just a second. Okay, but we're going to take, Tombow makes a great presser. You're going to press it all down. Okay, and then before we add glue, this is going to be our bottom box. So we're going to take our bottom, and I think that, oops, that's our directions. I think our bottom should have a little doily to break up the color because I'm going for a cake look on this one. So I'm going to stick this doily just right on my, what is this, my 4 1/4, yep, my 4 1/4 circle. Okay, next I'm going to stick a few glue dots, and you're going to find the adhesive mix that works for you. This is what worked for me, but maybe you do it a little bit different. I guess now that I'm thinking about it, I probably could have just put some Fast Fuse on there. Okay, so I got a few glue dots on there. And then I'm going to actually use my Tombow, and I'm going to put it under the ones that aren't, make sure it's clean, okay, aren't stuck, because I want them to stick down, especially the overlap ones, because you know there's no Fast Fuse there. Okay, and then I'm going to put Tombow, and then I've been actually struggling with getting it close enough to the edge, so maybe you do a better job than me. Really close to the edge, but you know, I don't want it to squirt out, so that's what I've been dealing with. And then I'm going to put more. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a squiggle through wherever there's not any glue dots. Okay. And then you're going to laugh. I'm also struggling with how do I get it in the center? So if you have a magic secret, you know, make a comment and let me know. So I'm going to look the best that I can, and I'm going to put that down. And it is not in the center, so I'm going to give a little squish. So I'm trying not to squish my glue dots down until I have it pretty centered. All right, and then I'm going to squish it down. And then I'm going to take my Tombow and squish that down. Okay, so there's space in my cake. All right, next, let's do it all again. All right, Fast Fuse around the edge. Lightly press, not a lot of pressure. Do the little check mark to lift it up. Okay, adhesive all around. Start at the opposite end from where you have your tear tape. All right, let's put this bad boy on. See if I can do this one faster. Actually, fast is probably not a good idea. All right, get it on there nice and easy. Trying to get those little bits on there, keeping a nice firm steady pressure, turning it gently. Okay, getting towards the end here. Then I'm going to line it up and I'm going to press that tear tape there. Okay. All right. Boy, that would be a messy looking top of the cake or top of a hat box. That's what this one's for. All right. So let's get to our Tombow. I'm going to put it under. You always got to take that little gummy edge out. There we go. Put it under the pieces that aren't stuck down. Okay, press them all down. And then we do want this to get as flat as we can get it so that the top of the cake or the top of the hat box is nice and smooth. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the Tombow around the edge. And then I'm going to put it around again. And then, you know, I'm just going to Tombow this whole thing. You could put your glue dots, you could put your fast fuse, you could do whatever you want there. But I'm just feeling in a Tombow mood. Okay. All right, so you got this beautiful hat now, or cake, and now we need to put the lid on. So we're going to put it on nice and easy. Okay, we're going to press it all down. And then it usually helps just to tip it over. And I thought my brain has come up with a lot of ideas of what to do with this cute little box, different ways to do it. I'm just not going to go into them today, and I don't even have any extra samples. It's still all in my brain, but I'm going to work on it. Okay, so then you'll see that it slides on. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? It's actually pretty easy. And I got a little space in there, so I'm just going to turn this over and press it down some more. And if the glue squirts out, I'm going to just wipe it off, and then I can always use my adhesive remover to help me get the extra bits off where I need to. I just don't want to let it get stuck to my paper or to my table. Okay. And then if it's going to be a cake, there's some fun stuff we can do to cover up this edge a little bit more, which is what I did on this one. Remember this cute little cutie? Oh, and I embossed this one. I just ran it through my Big Shot. I had to do it twice for the piece of paper that's 3 by 11. And then I did the top, and it looks like, you know, it's all cake decorated. This one here I just kept plain. Okay, so for the flowers, I just punched out a whole bunch. Here we go. Look at all these little flowers. Where's my punch? So you just punch out a whole bunch. I think this is the Bitty, oops, and they go flying. This is the Bitty Blossoms punch. So I use that. Next, I don't know if you've learned this trick before, but to give them a little more dimension, oh, and my fingers are sticky, so everything's just going to stick. You take your foam piercing mat and the end of your piercing tool, and you just push down. Look at that. And you push down. And it gives your flower, look at that, it's going to stick to my finger, and it gives it a little bit of dimension. Ah, there we go. Okay, we're going to just take it stuck to my finger. All right, the next thing I thought that would be super fun, since I was going with the white, is to take my mint macaron, use my sponge dauber, and ink up the edges of my pretty little flower. Okay, so you could do that, ink them up. All right, and you could do a lot or a little. That part's up to you. Well, the whole thing is up to you. I know all you want is that box, and you already pressed stop. But in case you're still here with me, I'm gonna give you some more. All right, so you got your lid on your little box, and then I think the easiest way is you just take your little flower, stick it on a glue dot, and then you're going to stick your glue dots around the edge. And it's up to you. You may want a lot of curl in your flower. You may want them to be more flat. You know, it depends on where your little cake box is going. And you're just going to stick them all around the edge. See? All around the edge. Aren't they a little pretty? And you could make them come down more. Let's see. Do I have another one with ink? Yeah, here we go. Because I am going to finish this up all the way later. Or you could stick them on the edge like that. I think I'm going to go like that. All right. So then the last part that I'm going to share, because I actually looked, I had never made a little paper candle before. And then I couldn't find any instructions. So maybe nobody else is making paper candles, or they're not telling us how to do it. So this is what it looks like. This is our cotton paper, and I use those French scissors to cut it out, but you could do little snips like we just did. This is a piece of 2 inches by 2.5 inch paper. I'm sure it's going to epically fail because I'm videotaping it, but just in case, I have done it a couple times now. So one thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to curl this paper. And I'm going to curl it on both sides, like both sides top and bottom, both sides all the way around. And I want it to get as happy to be curled as I can get it, because to do that. All right, I'm gonna roll up my little cotton paper flame so that it's ready for me. Okay, and you could cut it shorter. That one was short back there, but then I thought it was kind of cute with it being longer. All right, next, I'm gonna put a piece of my fast fuse way at the end. Yeah. Okay, and then a little bit of Tombow here, the inside. I'm going to put my flame there, and then I'm going to roll this up as tight as I can, like you're rolling a sleeping bag, and you got to get it back in the bag. Okay, you know, a little bag it comes in. And hopefully you wash your hands in between and they're not quite as sticky as mine, because that would help a lot. And you're going to roll it up nice and snug. And then when I get to the end, nice and smooth into my fast fuse. Then I'm going to, oh my gosh, I get an A+. That's like my best candle ever. Imagine that. And then, you're not going to believe this, but you just stick a glue dot on the bottom. And you're going to stick it, let's see if I can get it to stand up, on your cake. Okay, I can't get it to stand up. All right, it will not stand up for me, but you're going to stick it on your cake. All right, so there you go. How to make the little mini hat or cake gift box. Learn from other people, but I'm just sharing it with you. If you have questions, let me know. Send me a message. Just let me know. And if you want to buy any of these totally awesome products from Stampin' Up, again, let me know. So I'm Audra Monk, the Crafty Yogi. Thanks for hanging out. Stay crafty.